Mic check, mic check. Alright. Alright, so last time we left off, we got this. Alright, let's start shit off here. Let's talk to Kirigiri. She's thoroughly investigating Fujisaki's corpse. In fact, she's even touching her body. What a strange woman to be able to touch a corpse and to do so with a straight face. Looks like she's pretty focused on her work. She didn't so much as bat an eye at Togami's comment. Alright.
Huh.
More investigating, less chatting. Fuck you too. I can hardly believe Fujisaki was murdered in this very changing room. I was here just yesterday. I do wonder why she was killed in a changing room of all places. Actually, no, it's also possible she was killed somewhere else and then brought here after the fact. Indeed, she is rather light. It would not be difficult to move her body after killing her. However, I believe she brought herself here on her own 2 feet. What makes you think that? These past few days, she frequently spoke of wanting to strengthen her body. So you think Fujisaki came here to work out? But the Monokuma file says she was killed at approximately 2 AM. Would she really be working out that late? She was likely trying to avoid running into Asahina or myself. We often work out here during the day. She was avoiding you? Both Asahina and I invited her to work out with us on numerous occasions, but she always refused. I can only assume she was avoiding us. So she came here to work out by herself in the middle of the night. I find it hard to believe she was alone. She wanted to start working out, but she said she was unable to do so by herself. She said she wanted someone to assist her. So you're saying Fujisaki came into the changing room to work out in secret in the middle of the night, and she didn't come alone? It is a possibility. Alright, we got Ugami's testimony. That kid had one hell of a complex about being weak. Poor Uwada. You heard, didn't you? Always saying, I've got to get stronger. I do remember her saying that, yeah. Kid was trying to build some muscle, get stronger, and then this. Was there really any need for her to get stronger in the first place? You said it yourself, there's nothing wrong with girls being weak. Beats me. I don't know everything that was going through that kid's head. Kinda curious where the source of Fujisaki's complex lies. Uwada's testimony. There's a dumbbell on the floor. And there's blood on it. There's blood on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file says, cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, which would make this dumbbell the murder weapon. That's the only reasonable conclusion. Loaded dumbbell into your Electro ID. Alright, let's get moving. Huh? Already? We're not going to learn anything by Sting, but we need to examine this case from many different angles. I get that, but if you understand and start moving, it's more than a little pushy, huh? It's like he thinks he has me on a leash. It wasn't finished, you asshole. Alright, we'll investigate here next. Huh? Does this room have anything to do with the murder? Use your head. Where's the fun in relying on others for everything? It's not fun, you fucking asshole. We already investigated the crime scene, plus we're not done here. Well, I was getting to that. Fujisaki was killed by definitely not this. She'd be full of holes if she had been. There's a lot of all sorts of swimming equipment in here. I'm guessing none of it was used in the murder. Hey! Coinage. You dimwit, the crime didn't even take place there. I'm looking for shit, you fucking ass. As I recall, you need to use your Electro ID on this card reader to open the door, don't you?
Nanda.
Is there something you're not sure about? Then why didn't you ask Monokuma directly? As soon as the words left his mouth, Togami clasped his hand twice. Clapped his hand twice. He's just... peasant. How may I be of service? Has Togami tamed Monokuma? Seems Naegi has a question for you. Fuck you. Sure, so. About these card readers. The card readers only respond to your guys' Electro IDs. But watch out! You can only enter the changing room with that corresponds with the Electro ID's owner's gender. You also said it was impossible for the two to enter together, did you not? Any sexual terrorists attempting to do so will find themselves far more orifices than they can fill, courtesy of Mr. Gatling Gun up there. It's also against the rules to enter Electro ID to someone else, isn't it? Ja, I see. If that's the case, then only girls can enter the women's changing room, and only guys can enter the men's. Which is to say that since we found Fujisaki's body in the women's changing room, oy vey, I can see right through you, Naegi. You can see through me. This is what you were thinking, isn't it? Since the corpse was discovered in the women's changing room, the culprit had to have gone inside. In other words, one of the girls killed her. But you're just reaching for low-hanging fruit. Is that wrong? Take a good close look at the school rules. This is what they say. You are forbidden from lending your Electro ID to anyone. The rules prohibit the act of lending, but not of borrowing. That? What the fuck's the difference? Yo-ho-ho-ho, I'd expect no less from a child of the Togami group. You found a loophole in the rule. This is you we're talking about. I'm sure you left the loophole on purpose to make things more interesting. Oof, you didn't even break a sweat. You're kicking all sorts of ass today. Here's a freebie. Not only can the dead not defend themselves, they don't even count as people. If you catch my drift. Hold on, you saying there was a loophole, but doesn't borrowing someone's Electro ID also count as them lending it to you? Yawn, you're making me sleepy. Take a clue from Togami over there and put a little punch into your words. As punishment, I'm giving you the cold shoulder. Q&A is over, think for yourself. Fuck you. I suppose I have no choice, my slightly disappointing partner in crime. I'll explain in his stead. Come on, we're going to the entrance hall. The entrance hall? You'll see when we get there. Okay. It's been a while since I've been in here. Well, here we are. What is it you wanted me to see here, Togami? I guess I'm on my own. There's a letterbox here. Maybe there's something inside. Are these Electro IDs? Not just one, but 3. Why here of all places? Oh, those are the... Oh... So they stole... So they used Mizono's or Inoshima's Electro ID. What? You knew these were here? I just recently happened upon them myself. Seems electrode IDs are returned to this letterbox when their owners die. So you're saying these electro IDs belong to Enoshima, Kuwata, and Maizono? You have eyes, use them. I grabbed one of the electro IDs and tried turning it on. Of course, I just happened to turn on Maizono's. You were right, this is Maizono's electro ID. Now, do you understand what we meant when we were talking about the loophole in the rule? Yeah, I think so. Take a good close look at what the rules say. At the school rules, this is what they say. You are forbidden from lending anyone your electro ID to anyone. But the rules prohibit the act of lending, but not borrowing. So this is what he was talking about. What happened? Something wrong? That's strange. One of these electro IDs won't boot up. You mean it's broken? Whose is it? The other electro ID says it belongs to Junko Enoshima, which means the broken one is Kuwata's. In that case, I'm not surprised. How many baseballs he had slammed into it? Slammed with baseballs? I really don't want to see this. I really don't want to see this, you fucking... Oh my god. Why? The memory of that moment came rushing back. Of the horrid execution that took his life. Of that tasteless production the puppet masters made. Of the end of a human being's life. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either if it broke after all that. Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! What's your problem? Electro ID is a key item integral to your life here in the academy. So don't go thinking smacking it around with a few balls or anything is gonna break it. But it actually... I said it won't, so it won't. It can easily withstand having a 10-ton anvil dropped on it and 100 meters below sea level is cake. Doesn't matter how many baseballs you throw at it, it's not gonna break. No way, Jose. However, even the almighty Electro ID has one weakness. Weakness? That's classified, but you can't go around breaking yours, because I blurted it out. So Kuwata unwittingly stumbled upon this weakness and broke his Electro ID? Who knows? If he asked me, I don't think his Electro ID was broken. Who knows, though? Thanks. Real helpful. Real fucking helpful. And then Monokuma disappeared, leaving us to ponder the meaning of his extremely suggestive commentary. You know, suggestive isn't the word I would give it. What was all that about? Monokuma says Kuwata's Electro ID isn't broken, but we have it right here and it won't start up. It's not all that important at the very least. It doesn't have anything to do with the murder. Is it really irrelevant? Something tells me it might not be the case. Well, that should do it for the preliminary work. It's time we start doing some real investigation. Ripping the mask off this psychopath. You mean whoever killed Fujisaki? Not exactly. What? Not exactly? Wait, we're not done here? What? What do you mean we're not done here? Can I, like, talk to you? I'm supposed to... Can I click on the snobby man? Thank you. What do you mean, not exactly, Togami? While yes, I do find the culprit to be more precise, what I really want to do is uncover Genocider Shou's to our identity. So you really think Genocider Shou killed Fujisaki? Of course I do. No doubt in my mind the culprit is Genocider Shou. Genocider Shou is that homicidal maniac, right? Who else would it be? He's a villainously brutal and demented serial killer. He chooses his victims at random, and without warning, the police can't find a pattern. The internet has dubbed the suspect of these serial murder cases Genocider Shou. The idea that his victims number in thousands is obviously just an urban legend. But still, you're saying that one of us is that psychopathic serial killer? Precisely. But that's insane. I have undeniable proof, and I'm going to show that to you. Can I talk to you again? I can say with certainty that Genocider Shou is somewhere in this building. I'll explain. With certainty? Really? When we're done here, I'm going to take you somewhere and show you proof that it was Genocider Shou who killed Chihiro Fujisaki. The proof? Does he actually have proof? Hey, guys! There's trouble. Help! We're busy. Get out of here. It's an emergency. An emergency. Help, please. What the fuck? What the fuck? Emergency. An emergency. Help. Please help. Asahina, relax. But it's an emergency. Well, fuck. Well, explain then, damn it. What's the emergency? Fuwaka's in trouble. She's acting funny. Been acting funny. What do you want to do, Tagami? Toko Fuwaka, huh? I am a little concerned about her. Let's go see how she's doing. Are you sure? Don't make me repeat myself. I have to say, I didn't expect. I totally thought he'd blow her off. Come on, hurry, hurry. Hold on, Asahina. Looks like she was heading toward the dorms, probably Fukawa's bedroom. Got it. Sheesh, you guys are such slowpokes. You're just too fast. So what's the problem? After what happened in the changing room, me and Ishimaru brought Fukawa to her room to rest. A little while later, I thought I'd check up on her. She was acting kind of strange. She absolutely refused to leave her room, and she was mumbling all sorts of weird things. What do you mean weird? Why don't you try talking to her yourself? Alright. Oh boy. Guess I'll just try the bell. Door slid open without a sound. Hello? Whoa. The negative aura that spilled through the crack in the door almost knocked me off my feet. What? Well... This is creepy. Well, Asahina, I was worried about you because you've locked yourself in here. Leave me alone. Can you at least open the door for me? I won't let her run free. Huh? I will not let Genocider Shou run free. See, I had a feeling that this was the case. I had a feeling something was up with this. So, my theory is, Toko is Genocider Shou, right? But she has a fear of blood. So my theory is, she has a split personality, and that split personality is Genocider Shou, because the split personality does not have to have the same fears as the other personality. So, and notice how when Toko came into the room to see the corpse, she screamed, "Why?" Not, "Oh my god, she's dead," or, "Oh my god," just, "Why?" As if she knew it was her who killed her. And it was like, "Oh my god, why? I killed somebody," and then passed out. What? She was like that when I came by earlier, too. I'll banish that accursed homicidal maniac. Yep. I have no idea what she's going on about. But I was scared just to leave her like that, so I tried forcing the door open, but it looks like she's barricaded the door, and I couldn't get it open any further. Fukawa was so frightened, she's barricaded herself in the room. Does she have the same idea as Togami? That the serial killer Genocider Shou who murdered Fujisaki? That's why she's so scared? I'm really worried about her. I wonder if there's anyone who could talk her out of there. Hey, buddy. My good old friend Togami, who I can't stand. Can I click on you, please? Thanks. Hey, Togami, would you mind giving it a shot? See if maybe you can convince her to leave her room? I suppose. Huh? You'll try talking to her, Togami? I'm surprised you actually can be nice sometimes. It's just, fuck you. Without a word, Togami approached the door and placed his finger on the intercom. A few moments later... Leave me alone, for God's sake. Sogami? It's Togami. What? I'm so sorry I couldn't keep our promise. But you don't need to worry, I won't let her run free. I won't let Genocider Shou run free anymore. And then she closed the door. Ah? Even Togami couldn't do it. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's get back to the investigation. Oh, hold on a second. What did Fukawa mean by our promise? Promise? Hell if I know. It's probably just another one of her delusions. But I said I don't know. Let Asahina deal with Fukawa. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her. Let's go. Even without waiting for a response, Togami started walking away. Togami? I frantically pursued him. I fucking can't stand this guy. No matter how many times I tried calling to him along the way, he didn't so much as look back at me, let alone respond. He simply marched forward, not stopping until he reached his destination. The library? What are you waiting for? Go inside. Oh yeah, is there really proof here that Genocider Shou is responsible for Fujisaki's murder? They'll make me repeat myself. Waste my time looking at that. Is there like a book? Stop it. You're not gonna learn anything from a desk lamp. Nothing there. Try again. Hey, but I got a coin, so fuck you. So I recall this door leads to the archives, right? Go on in. So the proof's in here. We'll see. Holy, that's a lot of documents, and this place takes Dusty to a whole new level. I believe you'll find that there's enough valuable information in this room to warrant putting up with the dust. The shelf is full of notebooks and folders. I wonder what's in them. Those files are dangerous. Dangerous? That shelf contains detailed data on the people who run the world. It's info civilians should never know. You mean like members of the Diet? I mean the people controlling them, the true ruling class. If you don't mind being erased, go ahead, take a look. You'll find a lot of surprising names in there. You're joking, right? Care to find out? Just to be safe, I'll abstain. Well, fuck. Alright. Empty wooden box. The markings and dust, I guess something used to be in here. You know what used to be in this box? There was an extension cord in there. I brought it into the library. Extension cord. Wait, I didn't mean to hit that. No. Can I talk to the desk lamp again and piss him off? Yeah, I recognize this desk lamp. It's just like the one Togami was using in the other room. It's a lamp, what of it? There's another one of these here, and I brought that into the library proper. The lighting is dismal in there, so it's necessary to read. Okay. Shelves packed edge to edge with files. Reach down and pick one out at random. A fine choice. Huh? That's a copy of a case file of a certain country's national archives concerning the assassination of one of their presidents. They're planning at long last to unveil it 30 years from now. Just don't come running to me when you become a target for learning that information early. I silently return the file back to its place on the shelf. Lol. So it's just, never mind. That was funny. That was indeed funny. What about this shelf? This bookshelf is packed tight with thick files. Allow me to give you a word of warning before you decide whether or not to look at those. The shelf contains hundreds, if not thousands, of cases, crime scene photos and all, including some that a normal person wouldn't be able to handle seeing. Just a warning. What do you mean unable to handle? Every single one of those are cold case files. Internal, confidential police documents that would, under normal circumstances, never see the light of day. Huh? So, have you come to appreciate how extraordinary these archives are? This room is the reason I was so interested in the library. Confidential police and government documents, things that will never be available publicly, fill this room. It's glorious. You weren't joking? You have this terrible habit of deciding things must be false if they don't fit your view of reality. I have no idea how you can even expect me to believe all this is real. And anyway, who could have collected all of this, and how could they have done it? Either Kapalkamine Academy is just that influential, or the Puppet Master just didn't want me getting bored. I can't do it. I can't keep up with him. This is just too outrageous. What, do you still not believe me? I'd like to know how you can, any normal person can. What is normal? Normal, average, simple, they do not exist. If you can't comprehend that, you can't possibly understand the fundamental precepts of this world. My ears are starting to hurt. You're also basing your comment on what you consider common sense. Don't apply your pedestrian common sense with someone in my position. These documents are here without question, legitimate. Having seen them before, I can attest to that. Wait, what? You said you've seen these before? These are all highly classified documents, aren't they? Then why? My house has a reading room in it, much like these archives, though it's not nearly as small and dusty. What? Members of the Togami family have full, unrestricted access to government data. Not just domestically either. But why? How? You remember what I said earlier about the true ruling class? The Togami family is a part of that. Noble blood flows through my veins. Blood that will one day have me sitting at the top of the world. One of these rulers is necessary for me to have a vast wealth of knowledge about the world. So this guy is even more cocky. Great. So whenever I had the time, I would read whatever documents or records interested me. And that is why I can say with absolute certainty that these files here are unquestionably real. There's no longer a question of whether I believe it or not. I'm starting to think Togami is infinitely more terrifying than the Puppet Master. The things that interested me the most were police case files for unsolved crimes. Ever since I was young, one of my hobbies has been looking at unsolved case files. It was a great way to work my mind, and I solved more than a few cases while I was at it. Lately, there's been one case I've had a particular fascination with. The Genocider Shou serial killings. As he spoke, Togami pulled a single file from one of the shelves. This is that file. Every report filled on the Genocider Shou case is right here. Because there's so much of it, I'll give you a summary of the most important information. To start off, there are two unique characteristics to the Genocider Shou murders. First, Genocider Shou always writes bloodbath fever in the victim's blood somewhere at the crime scene. Second, Genocider Shou's victims are all crucified. The phrase bloodbath fever in the victim's blood and the crucifixion. That's just like what happened at Fujisaki. Christ. Hold on to your surprise, the interesting part is yet to come. The second characteristic, that he crucifies his victims, is only known to those at the highest levels of law enforcement. The media hasn't been giving that information. What? What I'm saying is, his bloodly calling card is public knowledge. Anyone could find out about it. But only the super echelon of the police and Genocider Shou himself know about the crucifixions. Now back to Fujisaki's body. She was, as I recall, propped up as if she had been crucified. So the question becomes, how did the killer know that that particular detail of Genocider Shou's MO? And that's where the problem lies. But there's an easy answer. The culprit was not a copycat, but Genocider Shou himself. This is my proof that someone here is actually Genocider Shou. That then, it's true? Someone here is a demented serial killer? This case has gotten rather interesting, hasn't it? Who would have expected we had an infamous homicidal maniac participating in this game? I suggest you look over this file yourself, man. I'm sure you'll find plenty of useful information in it. If you come begging and crying, I'll consider showing it to you. Oh, fuck you. Hey, Togami, do you mind if I take a look at that? The Genocider Shou case file? You are neither begging nor crying, but I suppose I can let you off easy. You can look at it as much as you want here, but you cannot take it out of this room. Okay. With my nerves on high alert, I took the file from Togami and began flipping through it. My hand stopped when it came to a page containing a series of crime scene photos. God! Holy shit! Names and pictures of Genocider Shou's victims, filled page after page. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Yanda, 17. Gaku Soji, 23. Issei Kano, 14. Takashi Yoshida, 30. Nataru Komatsu, Takefumi Gundo, Yuji Onda, Osamu Tsuji, Naohisa Uchida, Masumune Takashi, and on and on. At the very least, I have learned that every single one of them, of his numerous victims, are killed and crucified in the exact same manner. In addition, he always leaves the message Bloodbath Fever in his victim's blood at the scene. Take a look at the next page. I'm sure you will find what's written. They are very interesting. The next page. Suspect profile. Murders either occur late night on weekdays or during the afternoon or evenings on weekends. They most frequently occur in afternoons an early afternoon on weekends. Based on the above information, we believe the suspect is, with a high degree of probability, a student. Additionally, we have evidence showing the suspect remains at the scene for an extended periods of time, and then flees from the scene in a panic, as there have been no reported sightings of the suspect. It appears he exhibits his peculiar behavior irrespective of any external influences. Based on this apparently illogical, inconsistent behavior, we hypothesized the suspect has a severe case of dissociative identity disorder. Ya boy called it! Ya boy called it! In short, they're saying it's possible Genocider Shou is someone who has multiple personalities. Multiple personalities, like the sort of thing you see on TV, and once again, things started losing touch with reality. But everything else I've heard leading up to this point has been far, far more unbelievable. Does the fact that this doesn't seem quite so strange mean I'm becoming desensitized to absurdity? Letter Genocider Shou, case file into your Electro ID. Alright then, let's get going. Huh? Get going? Going where? Out of here. We don't have any more business here. Hey, hold on a second, Togami! And yet again, I found myself chasing Togami as he walked off without me. Okay, well, I'm done with you now. I have other business to attend to before the class trial. Huh? Already? Oy vey, you thought we'd be together forever? Spare me with imposing misunderstandings, would you? The rest of your investigation is on your shoulders. See you at the trial. And with that, he disappeared from my sight. He recruited me out of the blue, Then he fired me just as suddenly. Part of me feels like I just got dragged around by the collar. But there's no denying that, thanks to him, I gained a lot of valuable information. Genocider Shou, the villainous serial murderer responsible for Fujisaki's death, is apparently one of us. Somehow I gotta figure out who that is. And to do that, there are a few places I need to go. First is the scene of the crime, the women's changing room. I should also check out the men's changing room. Next, some of the others might have information I don't, so I should try talking to them too. And we're on our own again. God, I was starting to get sick of him. Wait, what am I saying? I'm always sick of him. What up, Ifumi? I'll talk to you in a bit. Alright, let's check everything out. Raw and blood, just like the Genocider Shou murder cases. Genocider Shou always writes blood bath fever somewhere at the scene. Blood even. After life, all of the life has drained from her body. All that's left is her corpse, Fujisaki's corpse. It's really upsetting. There's a fresh-looking blood stain on the carpet. This must have happened during the murder. First glance, the blood on the poster is what catches your eye. But looking closer, the poster is of a busty supermodel. Feels kind of out of place here in the women's changing room. That's weird. Hey Kirigiri, how's your investigation coming along? I'm about done. But I should get going. I have other things I need to be doing. Other things? You mean aside from the investigation? Like what? Never mind that. You should just focus on solving this murder. But I'll tell you one thing before I go. Thoroughly examine Fujisaki's corpse. Also, Fujisaki's Electro ID has gone missing. Probably find out where it went. That's all I have for you. Good luck. True to her word, Kirigiri walked off, leaving the changing room behind. Examine her body, huh? Her Electro ID has gone missing, too. That is curious. Oh, let's look at the body again. Kirigiri said I should thoroughly examine the body. Of course, there's a limit how much I can do. But I'll do what I can. Let's see. For starters, both Fujisaki's hands are bound with what looks like a rope or something. It looks like the rope's being used to prop her up to make it look like a crucifixion. Hold on a second. There's a plug. It's the extension cord? That means this isn't a rope. But that's not everything. Fujisaki's cause of death was the blow to her head. In other words, she was struck and killed. Taking the crucifixion caused death into account. When I first saw her body, it didn't really jump out at me, but having seen Genocider Shou's case file, something doesn't seem quite right. What exactly? Yeah, the cause of death was the blunt force trauma. The cause of death was the blunt force trauma. It wasn't stabbing with scissors. We'd have got, this is the rope used to hang Fujisaki's body, which means I need to go back there and do some additional investigation. While I'm here, I'd like to take another look at the Genocider Shou case file. Alright, well. Let's check the men's room real quick. What the fuck is that? A mysterious stain on the carpet could have caused this. Weird. More left. Is it this? This is a poster. Boy band Tornado for really popular teenage girls. Kind of feels out of place here in the men's changing room. Wait. The poster in the other room. Yeah, something's not right here. poster of a famous boy band in the men's changing room, and a poster of a busty supermodel in the women's changing room. Someone have switched the posters, and if so, who, and for what reason? You should see if someone who spent a lot of time in one other changing rooms knows anything. Hey, Yagami, you spend a lot of time working out here, don't you? I have come here nearly every day since it opened. Also, in the dance man kitchen as well. Alright then, there's something I'd like to ask about. Have the posters in the changing rooms been switched? I apologize, but I do not recall. I have not paid much attention to the decorations. However, there is something that's been bothering me about this room. I always drink a protein coffee after finishing my workout. There's protein here? I have been making do with the low-quality protein powder in the storeroom. But as I was saying, I make protein coffee to drink when I finish my workout. The other day, I spilled some of the carpet, staining it. Someone switched the carpet too? What? You stained the carpet? I don't see any coffee stains on the carpet here. Indeed, I have just noticed it well. The stain has vanished. More than likely, someone had cleaned it up. But even so, would you not say it's surprisingly clean? As though there was never a stain at all? What? What? Hey, Fumi, what's up? Dun dun dun! Yamada has acquired evidence pointing to the culprit. Oh, Yamada levels up. Yamada gains 42 intelligence. Shut the fuck up. Evidence pointing to the culprit? What did you find? I can't say just yet. All I can say is this evidence will, beyond the shadow of a doubt, vanquish the murderer. Does he really have something that conclusive? I guess yes. In addition, Master Celestia Ludenberg is claiming to have witnessed something. She witnessed something? What did she see? She would not share. Perhaps it is a grade school case of teasing one's relevant, she told Seiyuu. Where'd you say Celeste was? I seem to recall she may or may not have been in the dormitory storeroom. So which is it? Alright. I'm gonna check the library out while I'm here. Trying to see the extension cord, but okay. It says there was an extension cord in here. That's my point. We'll take another look at the Genocider showcase file. Somewhere around here, wasn't it? Wait a sec, it's gone. Someone take it? Person could have done that. It's Togami, no one else knew about it. The fuck, Togami? Won't turn on. It's not plugged in. Looks like the cord is too short to reach the power outlet. Seems to recall Togami using this lamp from this position. Oh yeah, that's right, he had an extension cord then. Extension cord isn't here anymore. I wonder if... There. Knew we should have revealed our embarrassing secrets to one another. Yeah, I apologize, Fujisaki. If only I'd pushed a little harder. Talk to you about the posters. Masahina, hey, how's Fukawa doing? Nothing's changed. She's still refusing to leave her room, going on about Genocider this and Genocider that. So I just left. You just left her there? Things are so crazy around here, my head's spinning, so I thought I'd take a break and fill up. I'll go back once I'm done eating this, though. Go worse. Really hard to like Fukawa, but I can't help worrying about her. On an unrelated note, what are you eating? Donuts, duh. I love you. Was I supposed to know that? Willing to give God credit for inventing donuts in outer space, and that's about it. But that's about it. That's so. I feel bad for her, but I bet Fujisaki wishes she could have had more donuts. It's too bad. I wish I could have gotten to know her better. Do you know if there's anyone Fujisaki was close to? She was kind of a weirdo. Wasn't really good friends with any of the girls. She was like, I guess... she was like... It was like, I guess, like she was distancing herself from us. Oh yeah, Ugami said something to that effect too. You said you two invited her to come work out together, but she kept turning you down. Yep, and it wasn't just the two of us either. She kept her distance from all the other girls. I think she was just shy? I don't know, she was pretty comfortable talking to the guys. Huh? Shy around her own gender, but cool with the others. Doesn't that seem kind of weird? Oh, that's what... Is she lesbian? And that's why the posters were switched? Because she couldn't get any stimulation off of that and incentive to work out? Maybe she wasn't... Maybe she was one of those girls who liked being fawned over by guys. Can't judge a book by its cover. I don't think that's the case. Her, an attention seeker? I have a hard time believing that. Seeing his testimony. That's why the posters were switched. Because she was lesbian. That's why she shied around her own gender. And why she... had the poster switched because she couldn't get stimulation off that. But wait, that means that the person that was with her was male? So a male killed her. One of the men is inside her show. Alright, here's the storeroom. One of the guys. Hey Celeste, what's up? Hey Celeste, what are you doing here? This storm is quite impressive. It has a wide array of daily necessities. From food to tracksuits to towels. Really, just about anything you could hope for. More importantly, have you found anything of interest relating to the murder? Oh, that was Makoto. My bad. I had a feeling you were gonna ask that. I was attempting to distract you by talking about the storeroom, but it seems my efforts were in vain. So you do have something. Yes, and we can make it ours at a secret. Last night, I saw Fujisaki here in the storeroom. You saw her? It happened just before our self-imposed curfew. I love how... Why does it say that's Makoto talking? Oh, hello there. What are you doing here so late? You know, are you planning to start exercising? Huh? How did you know? There's a sleeve sticking out of your sports bag. It looks like a new tracksuit. You're right. Thanks. Well, I'm in a hurry. So see you later. She quickly stuffed the sleeve back into her bag, almost like she was trying to hide it. Then she left. I was under the impression she was planning to begin working out the next morning. It seems like in reality she ignored the curfew and went straight there. Bad things happen to those who break the rules. And she paid the price. So I guess my suspicions were correct. Fujisaki went to the women's changing room to work out in secret. That's why she went after curfew. But wait. We never found the sports bag or the tracksuit Celeste said she saw her carrying. Does that mean the culprit disposed of them? More testimonies. Fuck! Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go, everyone. It's time. It's time. And I'm getting kind of bored here, so let's get the show on the road, shall we? Alright, class trial. Enter the red door, blah blah blah. Oop oop oop. See you soon. Yeah. Here we go again. Another class trial is about to begin. On the other side of that red door. Oh jeez. Alright, well, I'm gonna save. No, I'm not gonna like end it all up. I'm not cucking all of you, don't worry. We're doing this. We're getting done this trial today. We are doing this trial today. Let's see. Do we have every? Hey, where the short one? Fukawa still hasn't shown. Who's Fukawa? You don't remember? Just Josh and I never forget her. Besides, she's got a vital role to play in this class trial. I'm gonna bring her down even if I have to do it by force. Back in a flash. True to his word, Monokuma returned with Fukawa in tow. Just a few minutes later. I said I didn't want to. Why did you have to go and drag me here against my will? Your cruelty knows no bounds. That makes everyone. Now that we got that taken care of, you guys hurry up and head down to the courtroom. I'll go on ahead and meet you there. Let's get going then. It's time to unmask Chihiro Fujisaki's murderer. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was kind, gentle, and frail. Not the kind of girl anyone could resent. And yet, someone killed her. And the person who did it is in this room. Somewhere in this room. What's Scott Fukawa putting up so much of a fight? No, didn't want to talk to you. My darling Chihiro, for Resident three-dimensional world, you were rather impressive. Of course, being 3D, there was no way I could have ended up anything but disappointment. Shut up. I haven't the faintest idea who could have killed her. But I'm sure we'll manage somehow. Justice always prevails. Isn't that right, protege? Fucking bros. I love these two guys now. Let's go, shall we? I like Kirigiri. Let us bring the light to the name of the scoundrel who would dare harm the maid. On the count of 3, we do this, dude. Fuck with Fukawa last. Fukawa is behaving rather strangely. I don't believe shock is an inadequate explanation. What if it's Togami? What if it's Togami? Never actually got around to doing any investigating. Nice. Good one. Congrats. With as many hints as I gave you, I'm expecting you to put on a damn good show in there. Alright. Good talk. Alright, let's do it. We have no choice, do we? No, we don't. I nodded my head slightly in response. I got a long, heavy sigh and then, on shaky legs, stepped into the elevator. My heart sped up with every step I took. Once everyone had boarded, the elevator began to descend, carrying with it the vortex of emotion and speculation that swirled around us. Here we go. The elevator chunked, rattling my eardrums painfully as it sunk deeper and deeper into the earth. The farther down it carried us, the greater my anxiety grew. But the elevator still continued to sink farther and farther below the surface until finally it came to an abrupt stop. What do you think of the new decor? Pretty exciting, huh? It makes me feel like it makes it feel like a totally different room, all right. How about none of the above? Let's hurry up and get this started. Ooh, you've got spunk. I like that. Alright then, let's get this party started. Find the seat with your name on it, you guys. And once again, the curtain rose on a trial for life and a judgment for death. Judgment of death. Deception in life, treachery in death. Betrayal for life and betrayal for death. The riddles of life and the mystery of death. Justification for life, the rationalization of death. Faith in life and trust in death. If I have to read this every time, the class trial to live or the class trial to die. Alright, yes, we are saving. Hell yeah, we are saving. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go to skills. Remarkable influence. Increases your maximum influence by 2 points. Lick. Premium concentration. Increases your maximum concentration by 2 points. And we still have Izono's equipped, right? Voice of Gold. Yep. Alright. Let's do it. Court is now in session. Let's start off with a simple explanation. You guys vote to determine the trial's outcome. Finger the true villain, and only the villain gets punished. But make the wrong accusation, and everyone else gets punished, leaving your deceiver to graduate free and clear. Let's see, first on the agenda, how about we start things off with the murder weapon? It looks like my first task is to identify the weapon that killed Fujisaki. Alright. Dumbbell. Fujisaki's cause of death. Because the blow to her head. Monofuma file says she was struck. Something blunt, but what was it? Metal pipe. No, I missed. Fuck. That makes sense. No. I messed up. Feels so bad for Fujisaki. I missed the button. Okay, it's gonna be like down. Very spasmatic. Gotcha. Objection. Great. That wasn't the weapon used to kill her. The dumbbell. Wasn't the weapon we used to kill her the dumbbell we found at the crime scene? Not only was there blood on it, there wasn't anything else at the scene that could have done that to her. Also, the wound on the victim's head matches the shape of the dumbbell. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, there's no room for questions. We examined her wound? Eek! Gross! Why did they make Fujisaki's panel short? I'll take the floor from here and change the subject to that of the murderer. Of course, I've already established who did it. What? You for real? The culprit responsible for Shikiro Fujisaki's murder is the homicidal maniac Genocider Shou. Someone with Genocider Shou. Did he really kill her? Non-stop debate. New elements have been added. Boy, new elements. Great. This round, other students will have begun chattering, interfering with your attempts to speak. Striking chatter with your ammunition will cause it to disappear, blocking you from making a... refutation. Press the X button while targeting chatter to use your silencer and neutralize the interference. However, if you miss the chatter and try to silence a legitimate assertion, you will be penalized with a reduction in your time limit. Please aim carefully. As a side note, if your action is difficultly set to merciful, chatter will not appear at all. You will not need to make use of the silencer, so please relax and focus on the problem at hand. Wish you the best of luck. Over and out. I am not on merciful, I am on the normal mode, so let's see how this goes. Genocider Shou case file. Culprit of Genocider Shou. It's indisputable. Wait, can that be true? Why can't it be? That's crazy. There's no evidence. Gotcha. Great. This music is still dope. Actually, there is some evidence. Huh? There's a file in the library's archives, a top-secret police file documenting all of Genocider Shou's murders. Huh, hold on, why the hell would something like that be in the archives? I don't feel like explaining. In any case, the file contains highly detailed reports on the Genocider Shou murders. From this, we learned that there are two distinguishing features to Genocider Shou's crimes. 1. He always leaves a message written in blood at the crime scene. It is not boobalicious fever, get the fuck out of here. Bloodbath fever? What matters though is the other distinguishing feature. This information has not been made public. It hasn't been made public? You tell them, Naegi. The other unrevealed feature has something to do with how Genocider Shou positioned the corpse. He crucifies his victims. Apparently, Genocider Shou crucifies all of his victims. Aside from Genocider Shou himself, only those in upper echelon of the police know about that. Yet Fujisaki was indeed crucified. That begs the question, how did the culprit learn information? Only the police and Genocider Shou know. There's only one possible explanation. The culprit is Genocider Shou. You're shitting me. Does that mean that someone here is Genocider Shou? Togo Fukawa. Genocider Shou's true identity is Togo Fukawa. No, why? Okay. Well, hold on a second. Fukawa can't stand the sight of blood. I've never heard of a serial killer who's afraid of blood. She both is and isn't Genocider Shou. There's your answer. You're telling riddles now. Just get to the point, dude. Okay, Curry's right. It is kind of like a little riddle, but I feel like I understand. What Togami means by she both is and isn't Genocider Shou. I think there's more than one of her, right? Epiphany diagram. I forget how this works. Associative identity disorder. Alright, hit the button, please. Thank you. DID, dissociative identity disorder. Because Genocider Shou has dissociative identity disorder? Huh? That's what it said in the Genocider Shou case file. We hypothesized that the suspect has a severe case of dissociative identity disorder. That doesn't mean Master Togo Fukawa. Oh, but it does. Her strange behavior after seeing the body suggests that exactly that, she has multiple personalities. Speechless letters, she lost consciousness. Speech patterns? Yeah. Because one of them had stutters and the one didn't. You mean the way her speech patterns changed? Think back to what happened when she passed out and then woke back up again. Still think that's creepy. Totally fine, guys. Hey, look, it's a body. Look, it's dead. Yeah, she hit her head pretty bad, dude. This world's made up of fronts and backs. 9 fronts and 9 backs, like truth and lies. You're kind of scaring me, not talking like usual either. She's acting rather peculiar, yes. Her characteristic morose diction has vanished. Characterize me like that. Also, after she regained consciousness, she had no problem looking at Fujisaki's corpse. In other words, the one personality that is afraid of blood is the one that isn't, and the one that isn't both reside within you. And how do you explain Fukawa barricading herself in her changing room in fear of the Genocider? She's trying to make it so she doesn't, like, get out. Will not let Genocider Shou run free. I will banish that accursed homicidal maniac. She didn't lock herself in to prevent someone outside from entering, but to prevent someone on the inside from getting out. What? Tokawa Fukawa was terrified of letting the homicidal maniac inside her kill someone. But why? Yeah, why do you think you know all that? You misunderstand, Asahina. Or why doesn't mean why do you know? But why did you tell? Huh? Last night, just before Monokuma's little incentive charade, she and I had an unusual conversation. And there she revealed something that's absolutely fascinating to me. That a serial killer dwells within her. She lives in the constant fear of its outbursts. And that is what caused her to become so gloomy and withdrawn. Isn't that right? It's not true, is it, Fukawa? You said you wouldn't say anything. You promised. Was that all a lie? You got the wrong idea. What did you think would come of unloading your misery on someone who never asked? This isn't some romance novel, this is the real world. Besides, you broke your promise first. You seem to recall you saying something to the effect of, no matter what happens, I will not allow Genocider to kill anyone as long as we are here. But despite that... I'm so sorry I couldn't keep our promise. You need to worry, I won't let her run free. I won't let Genocider Shou run free anymore. I feel like this is a setup. I feel like this is a setup. This is a 100% a setup. I'm on to you, you asshole. That's why I made the promise. Once again, you got the wrong idea. In any event, you were unable to keep your promise. Was the thrill of the murder too much for you to resist? I tried. I did everything I could to hold it back. Unfortunately, it seems trying wasn't good enough. Yeah, you're horrible. Alright, well that's enough preamble. How about we get to the rest of the story straight from the horse's mouth? The horse's mouth? You mean me? Fukawa's body bent backwards farther and farther until she fell over, landing with a hard thud. The next moment... Oh, that's creepy. You mean it's my turn to play? Yeah, eek, what? That's actually fucking terrifying. Guess the cat's out of the bag, whatevs, what can you do? Super duper high school homicidal maniac, Genocider Shou here. Real name's Toko Fukawa, but screw that. But what the hell? What's gotten into you, Fukawa? What's the matter if I've got multiple personalities? What's the matter if one of them's a serial killer? Look the other way, there's just some minor character flaws. Her energy's through the roof! A sound murderer resides in a sound mind and body. I can hardly believe how different it is. Yes, there are two sides to everything in the world. That tongue is terrifying me. It says there are 9 tails behind every 9 heads, just as there are a line behind every truth. Behind Little Miss Gloomy is a gately brighter than the sun. God damn. This is Genocider Shou? This is the homicidal maniac? It's completely outrageous. Excuse me, Miss Genocider Shou, may I ask you a question? Yes? There have been rumors going around that you might be the puppet master. What did you have to say to that? Oh, certainly, I am the one, the only puppet master. Just kidding. So, you're not? Of course he's not. Don't go putting me on the same level as that psycho. Though, you know what I've noticed recently? The cops out there and the people who have been pretty helpless. I mean, look, they let this doofus of a serial killer run wild. I know I'm not innocent, but come on, that's life. Living is, in a sense, the act of hurting others. People hurt others so they can live, but they live so they can be hurt. Not. I'm sure you are convinced by now. All convinced now that Fujisaki was murdered by this homicidal maniac. Given how she has a motive, there's no doubt about it. A motive? Remember what Monokuma said to us yesterday? That if someone had graduated within 24 hours, he would reveal everyone's secrets? Now suppose Tokugawa's shameful memory or deep dark secret was that she was Genocider's Shou. If that information came into light, it would undoubtedly be her ruin. So her motive is that she did not want her secret revealed no matter what the cost. I see. Too bad though, I didn't do it. Huh?
あなたのような殺人鬼以外にあんな猟奇的な殺しができるとは思えませんわ。
Anyone other than a homicidal maniac could kill someone in such a brutal fashion. Sorry, hun, but that's the truth. And who do you expect to believe? Yeah, trust the serial killer. You're probably right. I want to agree, but there's something just doesn't feel right. I should hear her out, get her side of the story in more detail. Yeah, it's a setup. It's just totally a setup. Togami, I am on to you, you bastard. I am fucking on to you. Let's do it, you ass. I didn't kill her. Yeah, right, real convincing. Who do you expect to believe you? Now, if you had an alibi, say yes, something like that. The second murder and your past murders. They have identical MOs. Fuck. Okay, hang on. Nope. It's Togami. It is 100% Togami. It is 100% Togami. 100%. What's an alibi again? Guess he didn't do it. Objection. Break. I am 100% on to you, you bastard. You said their MOs were identical, but is that really true? I actually think there are some differences between Genocider Shou's past murders and Fujisaki's murder. Huh? Like what? You can't tell? Quiet in the peanut gallery, I'll tell you what he's talking about. When I do it with passion. So as any artisan would be, I'm very particular about how I go about my craft. I'm particular the same way a renowned ramen shop is particular about its broth and noodles and toppings. But your hero Fujisaki, it's like that, it's if that shop started selling packs of instant ramen. This is most certainly not my work. Allow me to try that again. There are two major differences between Fujisaki's murder and Genocider Shou's past murders. The first major difference comes from the victim photos in the Genocider Shou case file, particularly the stomachs and necks. So the discrepancy is in cause of death. Cause of death. All of Genocider Shou's previous victims were killed exactly the same way. Based on information in that case file, they were murdered using scissors. On the other hand, Fujisaki died of blunt force trauma to the head. You have a point. Is indeed disparity. Weird, isn't it, that a serial killer known for a consistent MO would change things up just this once? But that's not all. There's one other major discrepancy. If the blood calling card is the braised pork of my craft, then the crucifixion is the boiled egg. Can you please drop the ramen analogy? So what you're trying to say is that the second inconsistency is in the crucifixion. Right, the second discrepancy in the crucifixion. In the Genocider showcase photos, the victims had their hands pierced, which means the difference is in what she uses. Do you remember what was used to hang Fujisaki's body? Her hands were bound to the equipment with a cord, which is how her crucifixion was achieved. And what of it? In Genocider Shou's murders, the crucifixions were carried out using extremely sharp scissors. Listen up. I kill and I crucify using my very own handmade Genocider. I am an artisan. I am picky about my tools. Plus. You said that there were only 2 differences. Ma, but that's not right. Ma? Or Ma? Do you mean me? Are you listening, Ma? There's one more difference. Huh? What? You didn't notice? There's a certain rule I follow. Choose my victims. A rule? It's easy as pie. See why I wouldn't have killed a baby face if you can figure out my rule. So, in other words, Genocider Shou follows a rule when choosing her victims, and Fujisaki doesn't meet the qualifications. From her they're all dudes. From her victim's name, it's pretty safe to assume that they have one thing in common that excludes Fujisaki. Oh yeah, I think I got it. Fujisaki is female. Is it because Fujisaki is female? And Bingo was his name? Oh. What do you mean, dude? There's a pattern to the victims of Genocider Shou's murders. Kinharada, Tetsuyu... I really don't want to read all these names again. They're all dudes? Yes, I do it with passion and conviction, but only with flaming hot hunks of a man. Ah, I said it! How embarrassing. But what the hell? I can't help it. I'm a slasher. I crave the very same hunk on hunk, little action, little Miss Bluey, so reviews. Pure, unadulterated, steaming hot slash man. You wouldn't kill Fujisaki because she's female, therefore not hot. It's like the ramen chef serving you spaghetti. So they both got noodles. It's still fucked up. It's a line I won't cross because I have a passion and conviction. My perfectionism is what makes me mean. You've made your taste and priorities abundantly clear. That's all they are, taste, priorities. But all comes from crashing down when you're forced to commit murder in order to survive. Quit your yapping, the sore loser. Sore loser. When I kill, it ain't for some lame-ass reasons, like saving my own skin. And even if there was some situation where I had to kill someone else to save myself, I sure as hell wouldn't crucify them or leave them in no blood and riding. Too much work and a dead giveaway. You have a very good point. And anyway, no matter what the circumstances, my trusty Genosizers are a must-have. Like how I'm gonna use some heavy-ass dumbbell. Perchance, there were no inadequate scissors at hand, so you sustained them for a nearby dumbbell. Adequate scissors? I don't use any old adequate scissors. I use my own earth-shakingly fabulous handmade Genosizers. So you're even less likely to find what you're even less likely to find here, dude. Really? Dun dun dun! Yeah, you're fully equipped? I'm ready to do it anytime, anywhere. You still think I'd use that rope and dumbbell instead of these babies, which I've got experience with? I wouldn't, now would I, suckers? Shit. And anyway, I don't even know how to tie a knot, so I couldn't possibly use the rope. No idea what's going on here. The serial killer seriously not the killer? But still, what about the crucifixion? That ain't public knowledge. That is the reason we decided it wasn't a copycat of the real Genocider Shou. Hold on a second, there is someone who could have imitated Genocider Shou's modus operandi. Make an accusation. Hey, asshole! Can I click? Is it gonna let me click? There we go. Fuck you. It's hitting the wrong button. You could have done it, couldn't you, Togami? You're in a position where you can readily access secret government documents and internal police files. On top of that, you told me you used to spend a lot of time going over the Genocider Shou case files. No comment? So you're suggesting Master Byakuya Togami is the murderer? Then Togami's insistence on Genocider Shou being the culprit was because he wanted to place the blame for his crimes on her. So the person who manipulated the scene to make it look like I did it was this gorgeous man in glasses there. That's hot. What did you have to say to these claims, Togami? I see, so you suspect me. Then tell me this, when did you first begin to suspect me? Looking back on it now, just before we discovered Fujisaki's body, you did something I think was a little peculiar. Changing room over there. It's suspicious. Very suspicious. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? I'm looking, let's check the changing rooms. Yeah, let's look around the women's room first. You suggested that we go into the women's changing room first, didn't you, Togami? But being a guy, you're saying my first instinct should have been to search the men's changing room? The victim, Fujisaki, is female. That's why I chose the women's changing room, nothing more. It makes perfect sense to me. Actually, it doesn't make sense. Come on, tell us. Why it doesn't make sense, Naegi. There's a glaring contradiction in what Togami just said. I just have to point it out. Non-stop debate with new elements have been added. Would you like to see a tutorial? Why not? Is it more... conversion? Hold the triangle. If you hold the triangle button while targeting a weak point, you can convert that weak point into an ammunition. You can then fire a converted ammunition at another weak point. If you fire a converted ammunition or chamber something else, you will lose the converted ammo. However, if you are free to convert the same weak point into ammunition as many times as you desire. You don't think you can refute a hidden lie or contradiction using the ammunition in your cylinder, and by all means try converting someone else's weak point and making use of it. Shit! And just, when should you attempt a conversion? Well, that's up for you to figure out. To say the least, you will not be able to complete this debate without using your newfound ability. I wish you the best of luck, over and out. Fuck! Something new. On a Prima file too. Togami did something strange before you found the body? What was strange about that? The man, whenever the opportunity arises, the relationship is perfectly natural. Saki is female.
だから女子更衣室を先に調べると言ったんだ。寄り道している場合ではなかったからな。それのどこがおかしいんだ。僕も連れてってほしかったですな。
Contradict Togami's claims. He's been saying it doesn't make sense that foreseen. Alright, yeah.
戸上の死体発見前の行動が変って。どこが変なの？チャンスがあれば女子更衣室に入る。
男子としては当然の行動です。被害者の藤崎は女だ。だから女子更衣室を先に調べると言ったんだ。
What the hell happened?
I
think I hit the wrong button. Good. Okay, Togami, I am on your ass right now. I am going to completely destroy you. Prepare that ass, my boy, because I'm about to kick it. Fuck you. Objection, bitch. I want you to know, I am 100% happy right now that I get to whoop this bitch's ass. I still think what you're saying doesn't make sense, Togami. I mean, you shouldn't have known who the victim was before we found the body, so your claim that you chose the women's changing room because the victim was Fujisaki doesn't hold up. I see. Nicely done. Excellent. Now we're getting somewhere, Makoto Naegi, but your allegations are still weak. You need more evidence. Huh? What's the matter? Is that all evidence you have? I beg to differ. Go on, show it to me. What the why is he acting like this? Egging me on, but why? Shouldn't be feeling cornered by now, but it's like it's not even affecting him. Come on! You're not telling me you're through, are you? You have more evidence, I know you do. Pretty sure there is more evidence. It's hidden in the discussion we had earlier about the discrepancies between this murder and Genocider Shou's murder. Evidence that I killed her. Discrepancies between Genocider Shou's murders and this one. There, Togami's the killer. What exactly is she talking about? to the extension cord. Let's do it. The differences between the murders. Want me to go back over them again? I kill with my handmade Indeed a rope. No, it was not. That rope seems rather fishy. Hey, Togami, where'd you get it? Oh, this is the wrong thing. Fuck, okay, I'm not supposed to... Hang on, I took the wrong one. Hang on. That's that. Yeah. I'm not supposed to snag anything this time. Okay. Shush up! Oh, god damn it. Fuck! Okay, I hate this chatter shit. It's actually really annoying. This whole chatter thing is really annoying. Proud of. Gotcha, bitch. Shit. Drop something. Actually, you have seen it before, Togami. The rope you used to hang Fujisaki's body was really an extension cord. Huh? 'Twas an extension cord. I saw you using that extension cord in the library, Togami. On top of that, after the murder, the extension cord had disappeared from the library. I refuse to believe that as the person who had been using that cord, you missed that detail. Then it could only have been Togami who brought that extension cord to the scene of the crime. See, interesting. So this is the answer you settled on. After killing Chihiro Fujisaki in the women's changing room, I hung her body and wrote a bloody message to make it look like the Genocider Shou had done it. Does that about cover it? Again? It's like he's taunting me for some reason. It's like he doesn't have anything to worry about. Wait, nothing to worry about. I asked you a question, is that your answer? Yes, that's our fucking answer. You killed Fujisaki, asshole. Ah? The opposite of opposite is agreeing. What am I missing here? What? That seems like a very plausible thing for you to do, Togami, after all your talk about this being a game. Hey, would you mind holding off for just a minute? I'd like to keep the discussion going for just a little bit longer. What, is that really necessary? We've already figured out who did it, dude. Maybe we have, but still, something doesn't feel quite right. It doesn't feel quite right, and what would that be? I killed Chihiro Fujisaki in the women's changing room and manipulated the crime scene. So it would appear as though the psychopathic homicidal maniac was responsible for the murder. And what exactly doesn't seem right about that? Wait, is that really how it happened? Yeah, well, yes, that's where the body was found. Is Togami really right in saying that? No, I don't think so. There's something obviously wrong with his claim. So I show the crime scene. That hurt. Something hurt with that. What was that? Hang on. You said you killed Fujisaki in the women's changing room, Kagami. But I'm not so sure about that. I think the murder might have taken place somewhere else. Unbelievable. You've let me down, Naegi. I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that, but goddamn if I've never been more wrong. She died in the women's changing room, there's no question about that. It couldn't possibly have happened anywhere else. Isn't it possible she was killed somewhere else and then brought there, along with the rest of the scene? You think the whole scene was moved? And I expect you have some evidence to back up a claim like that? Yeah, that was the idea. Did I just throw him off balance? He's been so confident up to this point, but as soon as I mentioned the crime scene, maybe it never occurred to him that the murder could have taken place elsewhere. Hey, don't leave the rest of us behind, soldiers. What do you mean she was murdered somewhere else? What's the holdup, Naegi? Do you have evidence showing that she was killed somewhere else? Then hurry up and present it. The first piece of evidence suggesting the crime scene was committed somewhere else. This is the thing that was moved from the men's changing room to the women's and vice versa. Where is it? Changing room posters. Yoink! The posters in the two changing rooms suggest that the murder might have taken place in a different room. The posters are your evidence? In the women's changing room, there was a poster of a busty supermodel. Doesn't that seem a bit strange? I mean, really, a poster of a female model in the women's changing room? She's not busty, she's busted for having some fake-ass titties. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, so it's not Togami, apparently. Who is it? On the other hand, the poster hanging in the men's changing room is of a boy band that's extremely popular with girls, Tornado. That too seems a bit out of place, wouldn't you think? So you're saying that, so what you're proposing, the posters in the two changing rooms switch? That's not all either. There's one other thing about the two rooms that doesn't add up. Isn't that right, Ugami? Are you referring to my protein coffee? Protein coffee? One day, while working out in the women's changing room, I spilled protein coffee on the floor. And yet, after the murder, the stain had been cleaned spotless. Actually, that's not exactly right. The stain wasn't cleaned, it was relocated. Yoink. The stain on the carpet in the women's changing room wasn't actually clean. I found it on the carpet in the men's changing room. That is indeed a mark left by my protein. So you're saying even the carpet was switched? What end? How about to move the scene of the murder from the men's changing room to the women's? I beg your pardon? In other words, the culprit moved the blood-stained poster and carpet along with the corpse in order to relocate the crime scene in its entirety. While I confess that is a legitimate interpretation, what would the culprit gain from doing so? Huh? Is it truly necessary for them to go through all of the efforts in relocating the crime scene? Actually, no. The more important question is if she was really killed in the men's changing room. And how did the victim Fujisaki gain access to the To enter one of the changing rooms, you must use your electrolyte on the card reader by the door. However, Fujisaki, being female, only had access to the women's changing room via electrolyte. In short, she couldn't have gained entry into the men's changing room. Wait, there is one way, and if you'd like, I'd be more than happy to tell you. Forgive me if I don't believe you. Believe it, because I'm about to tell you how she could have done it right here, right now. Is it really possible? Did Fujisaki really have some way of entering the men's changing room? Broken electro ID. Is it really possible? Fujisaki could have gained access to the men's changing room? Aha! I've got it! She modified her electro ID. That's not it. That's not it. Okay. Okay, hang on. Wait. I feel like I should just start reading all of these fully through before I actually answer anything. Can I, like, load this? Base. Nope, that ain't it. Choose a certain something from the entrance hall. Oh, so he knows about it too. Oh, okay, hang on, yeah. Okay, I'm not supposed to save anything here either. Okay. Okay, just let me... Can I fire this randomly? Thanks. Alright. Bop. Oh boy. Fujisaki couldn't possibly have used Kuwata's lecture ID. Well, why not, dude? Because when I found it in the entrance hall, it was broken. That makes sense, there goes my idea. It's almost impressive how quickly you surrendered. In any event, was it not against the rules to make use of another's electro ID? The rules only prohibit lending electro IDs. They said nothing of borrowing someone else's. Which is to say you are free to use any of the dead students' electro IDs without violating the rules.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Although it makes no difference since his electro ID was broken. In which case, he must have reprogrammed it using his skills,
Objection. It's impossible to modify an electro ID. An alarm will go off if you try to open one of them up.
Given she could neither have used one electro ID nor modified her own, she could perchance Master Makoto Naegi's line of reasoning be incorrect? Could have been incorrect? She couldn't get into the men's changing room, then yeah. That's what that means. My vote goes to Togami. Is really how it happened? Did Togami really kill Fujisaki in the women's changing room? I don't think that's right, but I'm all out of it. Hold on. I agree with Naegi. I think he's on the right track. Huh? You open your mouth for the first time and who knows how long, and that's what comes out? The kid's couldn't have gotten into the men's room, that means.
And just how can you be sure? There is another way.
What was that? Explain yourself, Kirigiri. What is this other way? Yes, of course, but to do that, could I possibly request that we take a short recess? There's some place I'd like to take everyone. Whoa, what you talking about? If you'd allow it, it'd make the rest of the trial much more exciting. I'm sure you would enjoy. Oh, it'll make the class trial more exciting? Alright, that's cool with me. The class trial is now officially in recess. What? Seriously? So where's this thing you want to show us? I don't think I'll let you off easy if it's something stupid. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Now let's get going. Ah, boy. With nobody really sure what was going to happen, the class trial went on recess, and we all followed Kirigiri. Her destination was it the bathrooms? Yeah, crime scene. Okay. The women's changing room? We've gone over this place with a fine-tooth comb. What did you expect to find here now? Examine the victim's body again, very carefully. Examine Fujisaki's body, all of it, and thoroughly.
You mean touch the body? Nay.
I will have to refrain. It would be improper for me to take my hands all over a woman's body. Not that it creeps me out or anything, it's just it might possibly be against my religion. I shall do it. But you're a girl, Sakura. Making you touch a dead body is, you know, a guy really should do it. No, it would be more suitable if a female, would touch her rather than a male to do it. I will take care of it. Sakura? Do I smell homo? Are you two lesbians? No, we're not. Quit playing games. Very well, I will begin. I hope you can forgive me for doing this, Fujisaki. As she spoke, Ugami held her hands clasped together before Fujisaki's body before placing them on her. Make sure you examine the entire body very carefully. That should answer any questions you have. Her whole body, you say? To what end are you having me do? What? What? What's wrong? Was she, like, raped or some shit? Because he did say he's okay with rape in the fucking, dorm rooms. He did say, Monokuma did say that he doesn't give a damn. How could this? Ugami's eyes were open wide, fixated on Fujisaki's body. She was vigilantly tempering Fujisaki. What? Is a man? What? What? I'm so confused. What the fuck?
I see. She was man. Thank you much for your...
Dude, you're kidding. I do not tell jokes. So it's true? A guy? Fujisaki's a boy? I'm so lost. What?
What's this? You guys didn't know? I thought it was pretty dang obvious. Chihiro Fujisaki is a cross-dresser. He was a cross-dresser? Goddamn, that's hot. Now I wish I'd done him. That makes sense, so this is what Kirigiri wanted to show everyone. Poo-poo, you were right about that. This certainly does make things more exciting.
I am so fucking... Oh my fuck. What?
Now, let's hop on back to the courtroom and get the ball rolling again. This time with a little extra oomph.
I'm so fucking lost. What?
My humblest apologies for the delay. The court is now back in session. The shocking truth revealed Chihiro Fujisaki was a boy. Now let's see where you guys go with that. I don't know why he chose to dress like that, but one thing's certain. Chihiro Fujisaki was male, not female. Never occurred to me that Fujisaki could be a boy.
What the fuck? Completely slipped my mind unnoticed.
With the victim being male, he would have had no problems gaining access to the men's changing room. His electro ID identified him as male, then yes, you're right. You betcha, Fujisaki was just a crossdresser, so of course his electro ID said he was male. In which case, there are no problems with Nagi's line of reasoning. The victim was murdered in the men's changing room, after which he was moved to the women's. Assessing the women's changing room is simple. You just needed either Maizono's or Inoshima's. But it's true, Fujisaki was actually killed in the men's changing room? We still don't know why the Cobra relocated the crime scene, but yes, it seems quite likely. Let's see. I thought something felt off. I couldn't help but thinking something was strange about the way his body felt for a woman. I'm getting kinda turned on by this. Fuck off.
Okay, I'm still creeped out by that tongue. This finally ties everything together. All of my questions have been cleared up.
Why should you be having your questions answered when you're our prime suspect?
Excellent, truly magnificent.
Oh my, he's whisked away to another world. What do you think, Naegi? After all this, do you still think Togami did it?
I have no doubt that Togami was responsible for disguising Fujisaki's death. It's the work of Genocider Shou. However, I don't think Togami is the killer.
What? Even though you were so proponent of the theory, Master Makoto Naegi,
the way he seemed to be egging me on earlier was like he was enjoying having his mystery solved. It's like he didn't have anything to worry about. I can only imagine he was able to act like that because he didn't actually have anything to worry about. On top of that, the evidence Togami left was kind of, you know, a little too blatant. Like he intentionally used that extension cord as a way to lead us back to him. At least that's how I see it. What's more, you were obviously caught off guard when you discovered that where the murder actually happened, as well as when you learned Fujisaki was a boy. If you were really the killer, neither of those should have come as a surprise to you. I see, alright. I'm a little concerned by your lack of decisive evidence. But I suppose that's good enough. We'll go with your answer being correct.
correct?
This is Naegi says, I am not the culprit. I happened to stumble upon the body in the women's room and I modified the scene, that's all. So you tampered with evidence? You shitting me, man?
I'm not shitting anyone. It's true. Who could believe that?
If you don't want to believe me, by all means, you're just sending us all to our deaths.
What the hell?
If what you're saying is true, then why would you do that? Why would you mess with the body? With his body, my reason is unimportant. What matters now is finding the real culprit. Naegi, if I didn't kill him, then who is the culprit? I won't be able to say until we talk this over a bit more. You want to tag this on even longer? Come on, man, no matter how you slice it, Toad's the killer. Someone sounds a little confident. Someone sounds a little, blame passy. That's a term, I don't know. We should discuss anything that doesn't sit right with anyone, so you can count me in now. If we come across the wrong conclusion here, then all of us will be executed. She's exactly right. I too shall participate in the discussion. I'm down too, dudes. Have you no independent thoughts? I am no insect of yours. I can think for myself. Of course I can think for myself. Anyway, let's keep the conversation going. We don't need to come to a decision right this moment. Indeed, you have a point. Our lives are on the line. So let's recommence this murder mystery game. If Togami really isn't the murderer, then who is? Who killed Fujisaki? At the very least, one thing we can say for sure about the culprit is that they had to access the crime scene, which means they must have been male. You need a male's Electro ID to get into the men's changing room, which was the scene of the crime. Since Kuwata's Electro ID was out of commission, the culprit had to have used their own, meaning the culprit has to be male. If that's not enough to go off. I need more clues. What are we using now, then? Celeste's testimony. Where's the bag? He has no leads to identify the killer. As for possible leads, did anyone witness the culprit? If they did, they would kind of said something, dude. The sighting of the victim do as well. Damn it! Good up, we're not getting it. You saw the victim. It was the culprit, dude. Fuck! Chancy's speaking up. So weird, dudes. Okay, hang on. Okay. I know, I missed. Why did it just appear upside down? Yoink. Oh, Jesus. Actually, the culprit isn't the only one who saw the victim that night. Isn't that right, Celeste? I thought you mentioned it. You're right, I did see it. Huh? Seriously? Ah, yes, that's right. Naegi was the only person I heard about this. That would explain why you're all so terribly disconcerted. No one else knew. That's not important. Just speak. Before the curfew last night, I ran into him in the dormitory storeroom. He was carrying a sports bag containing at the very least a tracksuit. I presumed he was going to work out. A sports bag and a tracksuit? We found nothing of the sort at the crime scene. No likelihood the culprit was disposed of him would create any evidence. Not long after that, he said something rather interesting. Well, I'm in a hurry, so see you later. I distinctly recall him saying he was in a hurry. So wouldn't him being in a hurry mean why he was going to meet someone? In short, Mr. Chihiro Fujisaki was on his way to an appointment to work out together. Despite that fact, as hard as we tried, Fujisaki refused to work out with us.
Isn't that because he didn't want you to find out he's a dude? Turning that around, it means the person he was going to meet is someone he trusted deeply. Enough that he didn't care if he discovered his deep, dark secret. Oh, such a beautiful friendship! It's basically the person he was going to meet in...
Is it Uwata? I swear to God, if it's Uwata. Because he literally... And it makes sense, because Uwata never called Chihiro by she or he. He said that kid, specifically. If it's Uwata, I'm screaming.
So basically the person he was going to meet is the culprit, and we just have to find out who that was. But we only have so much evidence. Is that really enough? Oh, but it is. What? Should be clear by now who the culprit is. Really? Who is it? Who killed him? The culprit considered a sports bag and a tracksuit he disposed of to be items of importance. By looking at the distinguishing features of those items, it should be obvious who was he met with. Is that really so? Possibly determine the evidence. Could we possibly determine the culprit from the evidence? It's already been disposed of. Are you suggesting we test for fingerprints? Without the proper equipment, that would be impossible for amateurs such as ourselves. Never mind the fact we don't have anything to check for fingerprints. They've already been disposed of. We can still deduce who he was going to meet by discussing it in detail together.
That's easier said than done.
Alright then, Celeste. Did you answer this? Did anything out of the bag, about the bag or tracksuit stand out? The bag was just an ordinary bag you find in the storeroom. The storeroom only had socks, one variety of bags, so I can't really say anything stood out in particular. My memory serves, there were several varieties of tracksuit. Perhaps Fujisaki's tracksuit can provide us from some information leading to the murderer. So let's discuss his tracksuit, shall we? There can only be something. Could there really be something about Fujisaki's tracksuit? Points to the killer. I haven't had time believing that. Celeste's testimony. What do we do? What am I looking for? What? First of all, Chihiro Fujisaki is going to work out, yes. Which raises the question. Why did he select that particular tracksuit? What do you mean by that particular tracksuit? I get it, he chose his tracksuit, so he and the culprit would match. It's the tracksuit between the culprit. And that kid had the same blue tracksuit. My tracksuit is black. Don't even know the tracksuit. I mean, like, I just hate working out. I've got a white tracksuit. That's in the dormitory storeroom. I'm so confused. Nah, not a chance. Is it Uwata? I swear to God, if it's Uwata. Maybe his slip of the tongue. That's right, he said something he shouldn't have. Definitely deserved to get that. And where exactly did he get that information?
Oh, it's Uwata. Guys, it's Uwata. Was going to work out, which raises the question, why did he select that particular tracksuit? What do you mean by that particular tracksuit? I get it, he chose that tracksuit so that he and the culprit would match. Which means the culprit, same blue tracksuit. Uwata, no! My guy! Why are you doing this? Why did you do this, man? Fuck, dude. Just a second, Uwata. There's something wrong about what you just said. Huh? What's wrong with it? When Celeste was giving her testimony earlier, he was carrying a sports bag containing at very least a tracksuit. I presume it was going to work out. She never once mentioned the tracksuit's color. Then why did you know that Fujisaki wore a blue tracksuit? What are you talking about? Celeste, what color was Fujisaki's tracksuit? As I recall, it was blue. Oh no! And did you tell that to anyone before the class trial? You're the only person I told. Then when did you find out that Chihiro Fujisaki wore a blue tracksuit, Iwata? Well, he must have found Fujisaki's tracksuit at some point during his investigation. The bag and tracksuit would have already been disposed of when we began our investigation. Then the reason he knew what color it was, because he saw Chi with it before he died. Like Fujisaki. So which was it? Did you see this tracksuit or didn't you? I just happened to run into him last night and catch a glimpse of it. The kid was walking around carrying it. No, that couldn't have happened either. When I was talking to Celeste, she told me. She quickly stuffed the sleeve back into her bag, almost like she was trying to hide it. And then she left. Iwata, man, come on! After that, telling him his tracksuit was hanging out, Fujisaki stuffed it into his sports bag. Even if you had just stumbled onto him, you couldn't know the color because the tracksuit inside his bag. You've dug your own grave. More like you led him to his grave. That's why you said what you did, isn't it? Your spiel about knowing Fujisaki met by looking at the tracksuit was all a bunch of crap. I see, so it was all a bluff, was it? Your true intention was to cause the culprit to speak. That's why you said you knew who the culprit was to scare him. That's right, except I've always had my sights set on Iwata. I was suspicious of him from the beginning. But why? Why did you think Iwata was suspicious? What do you think? How he refers to people. With respect to Iwata, it's probably something you do unconsciously. You refer to males and females differently. When talking about a woman, you call her chick, but when speaking about a man, you call him kid. After Chihiro Fujisaki was murdered, Iwata started referring to him as kid. That's when it struck me that Iwata knew Chihiro Fujisaki was murdered. When did you notice such a minuscule detail? What are you, woman? Some kind of witch? Scary. I'm not the one you should be afraid of. What you should really be afraid of are the people who kill others, who kill their friends. Iwata, is it true? Did you really murder Fujisaki? I didn't kill anyone! Oh god, not the Dance Dance Revolution shit. The hell's your problem anyway? I make one little slip of the tongue, one little brain fart. All of a sudden, you're calling me the culprit? Yeah, really. These are nothing but baseless accusations. Bro would never do such a thing. You have a point. It's hardly decisive evidence. You're already backing down. What other choice do you have? You have nothing else to go off of. Oh ho ho, 'tis my time to shine. Just a whisper, I hear it in my ghost. Oh yeah, you mentioned you found some evidence pointing to the culprit before, didn't you, Yamada? Did you really? What did you find? Actually, thinking about it a little more, it might not actually mean anything. Don't fizzle out on us like that, man. You come on, let us see it, alright? Well, if you insist. Here it is. And what's that? It's an electro ID. I found it on the floor, so I picked it up. It must belong to Fujisaki. Because hers is missing. As I recall, Fujisaki's electro ID wasn't found at the scene of the crime, was it? Yes, that is correct. I knew I was right. I thought that it might be the case, that this thing might belong to Master Chihiro Fujisaki. I'll give some kind of clue leading to the culprit, yeah? I had the same idea, but alas, 'tis broken, it won't even start up. It's likely that after the murder, the culprit broke it and attempted to destroy evidence. That's strange, though. Electro IDs are not easy to break. You got that right. They're completely waterproof and highly impact resistant, so they shouldn't break in everyday use. Yet his electro ID is broken, as was Iwata's in the entrance hall. Wouldn't you say that they're breaking a little too often, as much as you praise them? Boo-boo-boo. Truth is, there is a bit of mystery for you there. So here's the question. Why oh why did the electro IDs break? Why did electro IDs break? I don't think of one possibility. They have a weakness. Monokuma, you told Togami and I that electro IDs have a weakness. Crap, you remembered that? Yeah, I might have accidentally let that slip, but never told anyone what the weakness actually was. But for two electro IDs, when they're not supposed to break under normal stress, to be found broken, and I reached no conclusions that someone discovered their weakness.
You know what it is, don't you, Monokuma? What's the weakness? What? You want me to tell? I think it's a vital piece of information, and it wouldn't be fair to withhold that from us. Well, what if I tell you and someone goes and tries it themselves? I don't want to have to deal with that. Come on and tell us. We won't try, we promise. Oh, fine, but I have a soft spot for bleeding. But seriously, don't try this at home, kids. Very well, but this is a special occasion. The almighty Electro ID's one and only weakness is that extended exposure to high temperatures causes thermal runaway, destroying it. As I thought. As you thought? I found this Electro ID in the sauna. Isn't it kind of weird how you don't get burned in the sauna when temperatures can exceed 100 degrees Celsius? This is because as your sweat evaporates into the air, it creates a protective layer around your skin. Incidentally, if you blow hot air directly on your skin while in the sauna, you get burned. Because it disturbs the air around your skin. It's also why it hurts to move around in the sauna. For that reason, you must take care to remain still and quiet in the sauna. Fascinating. I feel smarter. Was completely useless piece of trivia. But hey, if the victim's Electro ID was found in the sauna, maybe they put it there on purpose, intending to break it by taking advantage of its weakness. Then the culprit must have known the weakness. But how did he figure it out then? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone. Because... Oh my god. Because Uwada went into the sauna with Ishimaru and kept his clothes on, meaning the Electro ID was probably in his pocket. Fuck. But how did he figure it out then? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone. This is a mystery indeed. What if he accidentally discovered it? What do you mean, accidentally? The culprit would have, through some turn of events, accidentally broken his own Electro ID in the sauna. Then, having discovered the Electro ID's weakness, he was about to repeat that a second time with Chihiro Fujisaki's. But it's certainly possible that then, I can't imagine anyone would bring their Electro ID into the sauna. But I can. Are you for real? I can think of one person who might have brought their Electro ID into the sauna. Only one person who brought their Electro ID into the sauna. That someone entered the sauna with their clothes still on. Guess who left his clothes on when he entered the sauna as a handicap? Sorry, corn man. Owada, it was you who broke your Electro ID in the sauna, wasn't it? What? Why? Why him? Owada, you and Ishimaru held an endurance contest in the sauna a couple days ago, didn't you? You went into the sauna with your uniform still on. And I suspect you didn't take your Electro ID out beforehand. That was when you figured out that Electro IDs break in the sauna. Yeah. Stop it. You accused Bro of being a killer? I refuse to believe that. Where's the conclusive evidence? I don't want to believe it either, but I have evidence that proves it's the truth. Alright. Fuck, I thought I finally got Chugami. Broke Electro IDs for Fujisaki's Electro ID card reader. Huh? Nagi's deductions are correct. And at some point in time, Wada broke his own Electro ID.
つまり大和田君の生徒手帳が壊れていれば今の推理が正しいということになりますわね。
俺の電子生徒手帳はちゃんと動く。ほら見ろ。
See, look at that.
やはり苗木君の推理は間違っているんだ。
We're wrong after all.
人を殺すはずがないんだ。
Hang on. Yeah, okay. I really don't feel bad about. I really feel bad about this. Let's see it. Let's see it, Uwada. Uwada, does the Electro ID belong to you? What's that supposed to mean? The broken electro ID we found in the entrance hall. That one was isn't that one actually yours, Uwata? What in the world are you getting at? I'm saying, I think he traded electro IDs. His broken electro ID for Kuwata's functional one. I mean, Monokuma himself said Kuwata's electro ID couldn't be broken. It sure did. I sure did. It can take that much punishment, no problem. The one he has with him now belongs to Kuwata? Doesn't trading break the rules? Wouldn't that count as lending? Here's my verdict on that issue. The rules forbid from you lending your electro IDs to anyone, but dead people don't count as people. It's a bit of a gray area, but I decided it was okay. Most importantly, it made things more exciting. Accordingly, I declare he is not in violation of the school rules for trading electro IDs with a dead guy. So Wada, if I'm wrong about this, please say so. I think I'd prefer to be proven wrong. Son of a... What's the matter, bro? Tell him he's wrong. You're wrong. You must be wrong. Objection! Your deductions are fatally flawed, everything! They're all trumped up accusations. Then why don't we go back over everything that's happened from the beginning? To make it clear whether my deductions were right or wrong. Do I have to do the manga thing now? Yep. Okay. Let's do it. Oh boy. Assuming this goes here. Can't even tell what this is. I guess that works. Let's go back to before the crime was committed. Last night, Celeste ran into Fujisaki's dormitory storeroom. Fujisaki was carrying a sports bag with something inside it. Blue tracksuit, yes, and Celeste saw it too. Sports bag in hand, Fujisaki ignored our self-imposed curfew and went somewhere. Fujisaki's destination was the changing room and the men's changing room and the men's changing room. It's bad. How did the victim supposed to be a female into the men's changing room? Because he is actually a boy. For that reason, he was able to use his own electro ID to enter the men's changing room. Fujisaki was planning to meet someone in the changing room, and that someone is this incident's culprit. The culprit likely waited for him to let his guard down and took the murder weapon and a dumbbell. And attacked him. When he did, some of Fujisaki's blood splattered into the men's changing room, poster, and carpet. It's all unlikely and impulsive. There are too few signs of planning for the event premeditated. The culprit hurriedly began planting red herrings. First, he collected the blood-stained carpet, as well as the poster. Brought them along with the body to the women's changing room. Of course, he needed girls like their ID for the women's changing room. The culprit had been a female. Maizona Inoshima's electro IDs are just sitting in the entrance hall. Using one of them, even a guy could gain access to the women's changing room. So far, so good. Having done exactly that to get in, the culprit did something with the carpet and poster he brought. When he exchanged them with those in the women's changing room. In other words, he relocated the crime scene. Oh. But that's not the end of this case. Meddling from Togami, who discovered the body first, made things much more complicated. He entered the new crime scene. He did something using an extension cord he got from the library. That's right. Using that extension cord, Togami tied Fujisaki's body up to make it look like a crucifixion. In addition, he used the victim's blood to leave a message on the wall. He did all this to make us believe Genocider Shou had committed the murder. Make logical sense of the shit. Okay, hang on. What's this? Is this like? Is this the sauna then? Okay. I guess that's right. See, once again, it's hard to see what the fuck is what with these little thumbnails, little circle thumbnails. At the same time, Togami was doing this, the culprit having disposed of Fujisaki's sports bag went to the sauna, so we could get rid of the last piece of evidence, Fujisaki's electro ID. Says he was hoping the key to the sauna destroyed the electro ID. He knew that what happened, he knew electro IDs were weak to high temperatures. And that would be because he himself put his own electro ID in the sauna. That's everything that happened. Isn't that right, Mondo Uada? Shit. Wait. That can't be true. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You don't have any evidence. You can't just pin this on Bro without any evidence. Evidence he's looking for has already come up in the trial. We can just take a look at Wada's electro ID. Should take care of all Ishinori's doubts. MTB is about to. Oh god, new elements for this. Shit. Fever time and negative time. If you press the R button during a machine gun talk battle, you'll initiate fever time, maximizing the tempo. During fever time, you can press any button whenever you like, and it will not count as a mistake. Just pressing X triangle at your own pace is more than adequate to obliterate your opponent's assertions. However, fever time only lasts until concentration gauge depletes, so make sure you make good use of the time. And now, And of course, it would only be unfair if you were the only one with a special ability. For this reason, we also allowed your opponent to make use of something called negative time. When your opponent activates negative time, your tempo markers will disappear, making it more difficult for you to time your button presses. Perhaps that would be a good time to make use of, pardon me. I'm sure you are bright enough to not require advice from the likes of myself. As a side note, if your action difficulty is set to merciful, your opponent will not use negative time. Okay, so I can use R when he uses negative time. Alright, Iwata, let's fucking do this, my guy. Wait, oh, I have to do it to him? What? Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. Time. Why isn't this working now? Pop. Oh boy. If I'm right about everything up to now, then Iwata traded his broken Electro ID for Kuwata's. So how about we all show each other our Electro IDs? That way, save your breath. Huh? Yeah, you're right. I killed him. Confession? Damn. Shit. What are you saying, bro? You've come this far, there's no point in fighting it anymore. Yo, Monokuma, get this thing started, would ya? Ballot time or whatever. Roger that. Wait, please wait. Nope, not waiting. The moment you guys have all been waiting for, ballot time, cast your vote using the switch in front of you. At least, see, I love how Iwata still has, like, dignity, though. He's like, alright, yeah, okay, I did it, let's get it over with. Will it be right, or will it be oh so wrong? Let's find out. I don't care, I still like Iwata. I do not give a damn. I still like Iwata. Because he literally still had dignity throughout it. Because he was like, yep, okay, it was me. Okay. Alright. Well, well, well. Looks like you guys were right again. Yes, the villain responsible for Chihiro Fujisaki's death is Mondo Iwata. Oh, and by the way, it was not a unanimous vote. Ishimaru alone selected incorrectly. It was a close one, Ishimaru. You should be more careful next time. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe Bro is a murderer. Sorry, man. Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Tell me why. Why? Why would you do such a thing? It seems Iwata is exercising his right to remain silent. Allow me to explain in his stead. Sad, sad tale of two men serves as the backdrop for our murder. Oh, and anyone who doesn't feel like reading this can just hold the O button and skip all this. Oh, thanks. Once upon a time, there was a boy by the name of Chihiro Fujisaki. This boy had extreme complex about being weak. Be a man. Time and time again, he heard those words, but he was never able to vanquish that weakness. Instead, he took refuge in a greater weakness. The boy became a girl. That was how he chose to escape from his problem. Now no one can tell me to be a man anymore, but no matter how far he withdrew into his shell, he was unable to eradicate the complex that had taken root inside of him. The shell, after all, is not but an empty husk. Rather than disappearing, Fujisaki's complex grew more intense. I'm such a weakling. Weakling. And then, With the start of the academic coliseum, he learned another difficult lesson. Survival of the fittest is the law of the world, that if he remained weak, he couldn't survive. On top of all that, the sickeningly adorable Monokuma threatened to reveal everyone's shameful memories. Fujisaki's deep dark secret was... Chihiro Fujisaki dresses as a girl even though he's a boy. That was one secret he absolutely couldn't bear to have come to light. Because as soon as it did, the shell, no, the armor protecting him would be ripped off. And he would be subjected to an excruciating degree of criticism and pleasure. Faced with such a hopeless dilemma, he fell into a deep despair. Or so everyone thought. I'm sorry, I really don't want to say anything right now, but I can't go on like this. I promise to tell you later. I worked really hard, so I'm strong enough to tell everyone. Annoyingly, the threat to his secret coming out drove him to get stronger, damn it. This is my chance. This is the best chance I'll ever have. I'll get stronger. I'll become the person I was meant to be. I feel really bad. I'll become strong enough to smile and shake it off when anyone tells me to be a man. With his mind made up, he immediately set out to begin work, and so... he planned to begin working out that very day to reforge his body and his heart from the ground up. However, sadly, it turned out to be both his first and last workout. When he decided to begin working out, Fujisaki also wanted to ask someone to help him. He planned to tell that person his secret and then ask them for their assistance. The person he selected was me. Yep, it was! He thought Iwata, the dude bro biker obsessed with man's honor, would promise to keep his secret. It was also the fact that manly Iwata fit the ideal of strength Fujisaki so admired. First, I'll build up the courage to talk to Iwata, then I'll ask him to get me stronger. Oh god. That was his admiration. Iwata was something Fujisaki could never be, and that's why he admired him. Then Iwata, you did that to keep your promise to him, didn't you? That? You mean moving the body from the men's changing room to the women's? Precisely. That was not supposed to have been a red herring. I'm sure that was part of it, but it wasn't his only reason. He also did it to keep his promise to Chihiro Fujisaki. Promise between men. What does moving the body have to do with keeping a secret? Chihiro Fujisaki had been found killed in the men's changing room. The discussion would go straight to how did he get into the room. And as soon as that happened, people would start doubting what he was claimed to be. By moving his body to the women's changing room and stealing his Electro ID... he steered us away from that. So Iwata did that to keep the promise he made to Fujisaki, who he killed with his own hands. Why would you... The more I hear, the less sense it makes. The two of you shared a bond of trust. Then why did you... I didn't want anyone to find out, no matter what. Thought that might have been the trigger. Yep. The threat to reveal our shameful memories, our deep dark secrets. No, it couldn't be. That's not possible. No one could possibly have a secret they so desperately didn't want anyone to know. They would kill someone over it. I believe I said this one before. Assuming everyone views the world through your eyes is the pinnacle of idiocy. Maybe you don't have one, but he did. That's all there is to it. While we're on this subject, how about I tell you that, too? The skeleton hiding in Iwata's closet he didn't want the world to know about is that he killed his big brother. I had a feeling that was the case. Yep. The Mondo Iwata standing before you today, the super-duper high school outlaw biker, the man feared by delinquents nationwide, got his start thanks to a certain someone. His big brother, Daya Iwata. Mondo had a deep respect for his brother. It was his brother who inspired him to start writing. Raised in a savage, barbaric household, the one person Mondo could feel comfortable around was his brother. He chased after his brother, imitating him any way he could to try to catch up with him. That was the kind of little brother Mondo was. And then, all of a sudden, the biker gang his charismatic brother had assembled rose to be #1 gang in Japan. At the top of the gang sat Big Brother Daya, in seat #2, Little Brother Mondo. At first he was okay with that, but when time came for his brother to retire and for him to inherit the spot as the second head, he was overcome by pressure of his big brother's greatness hanging over him. He was always just number 2. Daya built the gang all by himself, the brother's just a bonus. Can a kid like this really handle taking over? The gang's just gonna go downhill from here. Day after day, the gang's murmurings found their way to Mondo, and because of that, I've got to be even stronger than my big bro. So just this once, I've gotta kick his fucking ass. So on the night of his brother's retirement party, Mondo challenged his brother to a race. However, tragedy struck during the competition. He was so concerned about winning, he started getting reckless and ended up driving into oncoming traffic. But the next moment... Shit. Aw, damn, man. Ouch. As he lay wrapped in his little brother's arms, these were Daya's final words. Oops, I slipped. Sorry, man. Knowing full well his little brother was responsible for the accident, Daya still did not blame Mondo. Hey, one last thing, bro. Don't you dare let the gang fall apart. You and me created that gang together. Promise me. Man's honor. Mondo decided to keep the cause of the accident a secret from the rest of the gang. In order to keep his promise, in order to prevent the gang from splitting up, he couldn't tell anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused his brother's accident. As a result, the gang united once again under the lead of the younger brother who defeated the elder brother. That's what he gets for riding recklessly, because he thought he was gonna lose. And that became the reasons for Daya's death. Mondo's lie became the truth. And thus Mondo resolved to take the helm of the gang propped up by his lie. I am strong. Strong. Okay. However, with the start of the Academic Coliseum, he learned a difficult lesson. That as strong as he made himself out to be, he was nothing but a weakling who could die at any moment. To top it all off, freakishly adorable Monokuma threatened to reveal everyone's shameful memories. His deep dark secret was... Mondo Uwata killed his big brother. There was no way I could let the gang learn about that. If they did, it would have collapsed. It would have destroyed the gang. It would have destroyed the gang me and my big bro built. Could have meant it's all for nothing. My regret, carrying the weight of my big bro's death alone. So Uwata, as soon as Monokuma started up with all that stuff about revealing our secrets, it's like this fog of anxiety went and started swirling around inside my head. That's never happened before. I had no idea what I was supposed to do. Damn, man. And while I was sitting there unable to make up my mind, before I knew it, the fog of uncertainty fucking blew up into this huge-ass rock-hard mountain of uncertainty. That's when it happened. That's when Fujisaki asked me to help him to get started working out. The kid started telling me his secret. You serious? Yeah, sorry for lying. But why? Why did you suddenly decide to reveal your secret? Huh? You've been keeping that a secret for so long. If someone finds out, you'll... Well, yeah, but I want to change. I want to destroy the old me, the weak me who never retreats into a lie. Those words came at me like a knife. I felt like that negated everything I'd done. I need to change. I'm weak. But you're strong, Uwata, so I'm sure this is no big deal for you. Oh, no. I see now. I see what happened. No matter what Monokuma reveals about you. What, you want me to tell you? Are you saying if I'm really strong, then I should tell you my fucking secret? Huh? I envied him. I was envious of Fujisaki's strength. The strength he had to look his weakness in the eye and try to overcome it. Strength I didn't have, so I envied him. The envy broke me down. That's sarcasm? I'm strong. You being fucking sarcastic with me? I'm not being sarcastic. I mean, you really are strong, Uwata. Something started creaking, making this unpleasant screeching sound inside my head. What the fuck do you want me to do? What the fuck was I supposed to do? You saying I should have told the truth and let it all go to waste?
What's the matter?
Why, you tell me, you trying to win me over?
I just admire you, Owada. I admire how strong you are.
Yeah, I'm strong. You got that right. I'm strong. I'm strong. Stronger than you. I'm stronger than my big bro was. I don't remember what happened after that. Next thing I knew, the kid was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had a dumbbell in my hand and I was looking down on him. Bro! Ah, shit, man. I killed him. I killed Chihiro Fujisaki because I was never able to conquer my own weakness. Because of that, I did something terrible. Wada. He always seemed so tough. But he shouldered a weakness kept hidden from everyone else. And he targeted that weakness in his heart, maliciously throwing salt into his wounds. It was all his doing. Fucking bear!
Would you look at that? This is what you guys are. You're creatures who have no problem killing each other over something as silly as the past. You won't break off your lingering attachment to the outside, nor do you have any idea what strength is. Hope, my fuzzy black and white badonkadonk. Badonkadonk? Damn you! You little bastard, say it again, I dare you! Sure, I'll say as many times as you want, or I'd like to. But we don't have time for that. It's about time for someone's punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution?
Those are the rules, right? The villain who destroys the order will be punished.
But wait.
I prepared a very special punishment for Amanda Uwada, the super duper
high school outlaw biker. Wait, please wait.
Get this ball rolling, it's punishment time.
I'm asking you to wait. Sorry, big bro. Couldn't keep that promise. Oh no, I'm terrified. Commencing execution. What? What is he, tied to something? Monokuma has his hair, what the fuck? Little black Sambo's motorcycle death cage. And he has no reaction at all. What is he? What the fuck is he doing? Oh shit! What the fuck? Christ. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Oh, Death, do grace us with your gentle smile and grant ye soul everlasting peace.
No, no, bro. The second murder, and then the second execution. It hit me again. That here, life is fragile. It hit me so hard that I thought I might fall over. Our lives are painfully fragile. Shimaru bitter screams echoed through the courtroom. Each wail a painful reminder of that truth, and yet one of us. That was underwhelming. Not a very satisfying conclusion to our game. Kagami,
you're completely mad. Enough with the game, crap.
Two of our friends are dead, you know. Well, naturally, this is a game of life and death. Fuck you, you bastard! I'm not going to comment on your way of thinking. That's not what I'm trying to do. I just can't figure it out. Why would you intentionally help disguise Uwata's crime? Why do you ask? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things a little more interesting. Fuck you! Literally, fuck you and your smug, pricky attitude. Oh my god, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I am pissed. I am pissed. I am pissed! You spoke in a calm, quiet tone of voice that sent a shiver down my spine. Well, last night, the night of the murder, I was in the library as usual. You two in my curfew. Never paid any mind to your curfew, nor do I recall agreeing to keep it. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. Please continue. It was getting late, so I was going to go back to my room. I just so happened to catch sight of Uwata leaving the women's changing room. He was gone. I looked inside, and there I found a corpse. What? You saw everything? God, he was such a fool. He never had any idea I saw him. So you knew who the culprit was the whole time, Master Byakuya Togami. But it would have been boring if that's all there was to the case. A game where you know the answer ahead of time is nothing but a waste of time. So I looked in my hand to spice things up a bit. Spice things up? That's why you did that? Having just barely learned from Fukawa that she was Genocider Shou, you made use of that to lead us off the trail. But dude, if we never had been able to figure out who really did it, you'd be dead along with us. Obviously, I would have said something before it came to that. Except, Kagami glared in my direction, sharp gaze piercing me like so many needles. Thanks to Mr. Brilliant over here, it didn't come to that. You made this a surprisingly good dry run. Now I know exactly who to watch out for when it's my turn to play villain. What? I see, so that's why you did it. Are you satisfied now? Yes, I've heard enough from you. Next, I'd like to ask you something, Monokuma. Oh, now it's my turn? You've made both executions considerably elaborate ordeals. Why put so much effort into it? Poo-poo, are you a fan? Because these punishments aren't just for you guys. This despair is not yours alone. This despair, they're for all mankind. You sure enjoying blowing things out of proportion? No exaggeration. These punishments were designed to transform every last bit of hope into despair. What do you mean by that? Mean? 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 Oh, give me a break. Your obsession with finding meaning in things is meaningless. Doesn't matter either way. In the end, I'm the one who will emerge victorious, and when that happens, we all will be made known. Swoon. You get it, Mr. Sian, sir. Poo-poo, I feel like you and I can make real great pals. Enough, as if I would ever get along with an compiled criminal. In any case, I'll warn you now. After I've seized my victory, you're next. You listening? I will kill you. On the name of those destined to triumph. On my name as Togami. Badass. You sound like a protagonist there. Kinda too bad you're just a side character. I will kill you. I swear to God. How about you try it and end up like Inoshima? I think that would be fucking fantastic. Poo-poo, don't be so quick to anger when hearing my spiel about calcium. Poo-poo-poo-poo. The residents of Monokuma's high-pitched cackle signaled the falling of the curtain on this trial. Didn't end there. This academic coliseum did not cease. It refused to close its doors. The thick cloud of despair swirling around us survivors was slowly beginning to gain momentum. It was despair so deep you'd sooner put your money on a dog lost in Hades over us. It was despair so dense. Our courage, our friendship, our effort, they all had no effect on it. My, I have to say. What the fuck? Things are moving at a nice pace, a very nice pace indeed. Looks like her stepping up to the plate before things leveled out. bigger mark than I expected. Once things get going, it's just like a roller coaster, there's no stopping it. It's moving so fast that only their fear and despair can keep up. The thing I'm disappointed about is that you didn't get your time to shine. Sad since I've already got you down there with them. You were supposed to have been the one to fire the first shot. Ah, whatever. What can you do? You just keep going on doing what you've been doing and make sure things stay exciting. That's what everyone wants. I have one question. Anything but my measurements and I'll listen. Who is it? Who is the 16th student? What? My mind? Is this a surprise? There's someone in on it? I did listen, but super denied, hella denied. I mean, come on, that's my trump card. We may be in this together, but I'm not stupid enough to show you my trump card like it's nothing. Someone is in on it? I feel like it is Kirigiri. But someone is in on it with them? Fuck. Fucking piece of... Why did I just get Uwada's jacket? Very pissed off about that. That actually pissed me off a little bit. Alright, well, we're gonna wrap things up with that. Thank you all for coming out, and I'll see you next time on figuring out who dies next. Yay! Fun. See you next time for more pain and suffering.